So today could mark the start of a historic quadruple. We've got the Carabao Cup final against a little team called Arsenal. So they have managed to beat us quite a few times actually in recent times. And today is going to be very tough. But like I said, we've got the Carabao Cup final. We are still in all four competitions. It is February, so things are looking good. We haven't lost in quite a while. However, we're falling behind in the Premier League. I will show you that in a second. But of course, welcome back to Academy to Anfield. We're now episode 55 in this series. And yeah, looking at the Premier League, we are 19 points behind leaders Chelsea. However, we have 4 games in hand on Chelsea, which is ridiculous because I can only imagine that will stretch further considering we don't play the Premier League until the end of February, the 28th of the 28th, which is a midweek against Man City. And I am thinking if we win this game here against AC Milan, which by the way, probably worth mentioning, we did win the first leg 1-0, Jason Stone. Of course, Jason Stone scoring the goal because he likes to score plenty off camera. We probably didn't really deserve to take the win, but nonetheless, really important to take a 1-0 win away from home back to Anfield in the second leg, and we will show you that in the second part of this episode. But yeah, back to the Premier League, and of course, like I said, I'm wondering if we do go through, considering that's a midweek game, that might get shifted. So there's a good chance we might not even play a Premier League game until March. So I worry how many games we'll be behind and how many games we'll have stacked up to try and close that gap on Chelsea. But of course, that's a problem for another day at the moment. And shall we just get straight into the Carabao Cup final and hopefully win ourselves a trophy? So let's run you through the lineup before we get into that final. We've got Alisson in goal, Bradley, Pennington, Bajcetic and Robertson in front. Of course, the midfield 3 are King, Elliott and Szoboszlai. And then our front 3 are Ben Doak, Stone and Salah. So here we go, kick-off for the final. We've got Arsenal. And of course, we've had to go with the cautious mentality considering our past performances against Arsenal and how they seem to dominate us, generally speaking. So, fingers crossed we get off to a good start. And this is, I say, the first trophy of many. I know Football Manager seems to count the Community Shield as a trophy. I feel like I'm cheating the system a little bit if I count it as a trophy. However, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you generally class the Community Shield as a trophy in your saves? I'd imagine most of you will say no, but please prove me wrong. Give me a reason to just use that. Oh, and there's a Pennington header straight at the Arsenal goalkeeper. But yeah, give me a reason to use the Community Shield in the conversation of winning trophies, because then hopefully we've already won one, and this could be number 2. So yeah. Anyway, so far, we've started the better team in terms of chances created. So far, Arsenal not had a single shot. Plenty of possession, though. And that's kind of what they usually do. They usually dominate us possession-wise and scoreline-wise. So we need to change that today. But so far, Ben Doak plays the ball back to Szoboszlai. Loads of space in the middle of the pitch. Oh, and he snatched the ball off Elliott there. This doesn't look good. We don't need to see, and that's gone straight. We don't need to see an Arsenal opener. We would like to get the first goal. Surely. We're due to get a first goal against Arsenal. Very strange team to play. If you guys that have been following the save for a long, long time will know, probably in our second or third season when we won the Premier League, I think we beat Arsenal like 6-0 on the last game of the season, which was absolutely ridiculous. And since then, I don't think we've really beat them that much, possibly once or twice. But Robertson now with the ball, smashes it in, past the keeper, gets his first goal of the season. And there we go, we're off to the perfect start. We've got the opener 5 minutes before half-time. That's kind of what we like to see, isn't it? Do just want to see this again. Was that a Mo Salah? Or was it a bender? No, it was a defender. It was a defender heading it clear, only as far as Robertson. And he made no mistake about that. Bottom corner across the goal. And that is the start we want. If we can just get to half-time now at 1-0, that would be perfect. But I'm sort of looking at Arsenal now with the ball thinking, Of course they want to spoil this, but Declan Rice plays it through to Jesus, and there we go. Or is it offside? Oh, we'd love this, wouldn't we? I don't think it was, though. He looked onside. He didn't look too far offside, but is it? Oh, it is a goal. Why does it do that? Whenever you've got replays on, it kind of misses the whole point of telling you whether it's allowed or not, and just get straight on with the replay. And there's like this moment of panic where you don't know if it's been scored or not. But yeah, that didn't last long, did it? That lead. Going into the second half, 1-1. It could be worse. It really could be worse. We could be losing. We've had the lion's share of the shots, which, if you're familiar with this save and familiar with the team that I put out, is not always a good thing, because we can quite often have many, many, many shots and not score them, usually because of Jason Stone, who has scored. There we go. Again, Jason Stone usually misses from about 2 yards out. Does not make that mistake there. That was a massive mistake from, was that White? I think, yeah, it was White. Just trying to play it back to the keeper there. That is the type of mistake that would happen to us. Usually, good to see it on the other foot. And just like that, we're back into a 2-1 lead. And just notice there, Saka's gone injured, which is always nice to see, considering he is probably their main threat. I'm just looking at our team thinking maybe we need to make a couple of substitutes. I'm going to go balanced first, because Arsenal have got to chase the game, and actually I don't want to sort of invite more and more pressure. It's kind of how I'm thinking, but it's not always the right thing, is it? But just swapping and changing. I think Tornjanen's coming on. I also think maybe put Harvey Elliott there. Yeah, sorry. Confused myself there, but Parsley's on. Harvey Elliott's taken the place of Salah out on the right wing. And I would like to kick on. I don't think we can settle at a 2-1. And there we go. That's why we can't settle at a 2-1. It's 2-2. Ben White making up for that mistake he made in the build-up to Jason Stone's goal. And yeah, we don't want to see that. But back to all square. 2-2 with about 15 minutes to go. I think this is probably going to be one of those games that goes to extra time, I guess. Well, I hope we don't lose it, put it that way. But nice to see Arsenal playing it about near their own box. Oh, and that's a goal. 3-2. We've taken the lead again for the third time in this game. Jason Stone gets 2 for the day. When was the last time you scored Jason Stone score on camera, let alone score 2 on camera? And again, a bit like the second goal, that was all Arsenal's fault. Playing it about too much, losing the ball on the edge of the box. Quick thinking from Tornjanen, and Stone somehow finds his shooting boots. And we're talking about Jason Stone on a hat-trick now, which I did not think would happen. Here we come again. Can we get another one? Tornjanen with the ball, plays it into the middle, headed away. Just as far as Sobersley, though, who also loses it. Elliott to Stone. Stone rounds his play. Is this the hat-trick? Oh, Stone gets himself a hat-trick. And I did not see that coming at all. We're 4-2 up against Arsenal. Surely that's the trophy. That's the Carabao Cup in the bag now. We're going to go back to balanced. But yeah, we've got to see this. Stone, nice little touch, plays it round his defender there and just finishes into the far corner. And that is not the Stone we know. He does not finish like that usually. What a game he's played. I think we're going to look at bringing Johnny Webb on now. I think we're far enough ahead to kind of relax a little bit now. And I think we'll put Bajcetic in the DM and take off Sobersley and put Grant on there. But it's not very often. I mean, was that... I was hoping when you get sent off then as well. I don't know why. Just to rub it in even more so. It's nice to beat Arsenal. It really is. I feel like they whip us all the time, so it was really nice to have the boot on the other foot. I was going to say the foot on the other shoe. That wouldn't make sense. But 90th minute, 8 minutes of added time. Still not enough time in my books for Arsenal to get back to 4-4. And surely we're just waiting to lift that trophy now. Literally minutes. And then, of course, there's a highlight. Just about to count down to full time. Is this going to be rubbing the salt in the wound a little bit more? It is. Arsenal lose the ball. Tornianen now with the ball. We are on the attack. This is good to see. Lovely little 1-2 there. Tornianen to finish. And they're all getting in on the act. 5-2, we're beating Arsenal. It was 2-2 up until the 78th minute. And somehow we've scored 3 goals in... I mean, let's just have a quick look. But I think 3 goals in about 10 minutes. Which is absolutely incredible, especially against Arsenal. Lovely little 1-2 there with King. And that was a great finish into the far corner by Tornianen. And you couldn't win the cup against Arsenal in a better way than we have. 5-2 winners. Of course, depending on your opinion, first cup of the season, first trophy of the season, or if you do like a Community Shield, it's the second, of course. But looks like we're still on for the quadruple. We've got the FA Cup to come. We've got the Champions League we're still in at the moment. And of course the Premier League. So first trophy lift, hopefully, of 4. Let's be realistic. It's got to be more than 1 though, surely. Surely we've got to win some more silverware this season and make it a season to remember. But there we go. We have lifted the Carabao Cup. Of course, we have got to talk about the Champions League, which is literally just around the corner. We got the second leg against AC Milan to come. So we'll celebrate, but not for long. We've, of course, got that AC Milan game. And I think what we'll do is probably get straight into that in a second. I mean, let's just have a quick look. And it does say Liverpool celebrate the double. And like I said, FM doing its best to count the Community Shield as a trophy. So, like I said, what do you guys think? Have we got a double already? Or are we just counting the Carabao Cup? So, on the back of that Carabao Cup victory, it would be nice to seal our fate and get through to the last 16 in the Champions League for probably the last couple of seasons. I don't think we've been there. So, of course, this is the lineup that will hopefully get us there. We've got Alisson in goal, Bajcetic, Gomez, Grant and Roberts in the back 4. The midfield 3, we've got Trent, Gravenberch and Elliott. And then our front 3, we've got Tornianen, Salah and Kumas. So here we go, kick off for the second leg. I'm so pleased to say it's at Anfield. And a side note as well on AC Milan, I didn't realise, but they are managed by one Pep Guardiola in my save so far. Obviously getting sacked from Man City a couple of seasons ago and now, I think it was. But yeah, so here we go. We're at Anfield. We've got that 1-0 lead. I'd like to think we would have a very good chance, let's not jinx it too much, of progressing. But of course, 1-0 isn't enough. I think we definitely need to get a couple of goals this game. Of course, I do want to touch upon the lineup as well. We've got Grant playing, more so because obviously Konate is still injured. And I think a lot of the players are still lacking condition-wise from the Carabao Cup final, hence why hat-trick hero Jason Sloan isn't playing. We've got Kumas playing up front, just wasn't fit enough, as was Pennington, centre-back Pennington, hence why we've got Grant playing. That's what I was trying to get at. But hopefully, a nice little start here. Mo Salah into Elliott. Oh, and Elliott puts it just wide there. I mean, Elliott scored quite a few goals in that second leg of the last episode. That was against Man United. I keep getting them mixed up. I don't even know why. It's not like they're at all similar. But yeah, scoring 4 goals in that. So he is probably looking for a nice goal this game. That would be good. But Grant on the ball now to Bajcetic. Again, Bajcetic's playing in an unfamiliar right-back position. More so, Bradley's unfit. I wanted to keep Trent in the DM position because obviously you'd usually just think Bajcetic and Trent would just swap positions. But I did want to keep Trent there. And Gravenberch with the ball. Can we get ourselves a nice early goal? Doesn't look like it. Milan now away with the ball, but we get it straight back. Looks like we're putting quite a lot of pressure on him in this first half. It would be nice to get a goal. And Kumas there does. He gets his 5th goal of the season. Really sums up the reason why we put him in, because he can get goals like that at important times. And yeah, that's just created quite a bit of breathing space for us now. 2 goals up. And there was a lovely ball there by Tornianen. Good first touch. And again, we like to finish in the far corners at the moment. We're definitely found our shooting boots the last few games. And like I said, we haven't lost since mid-December. So things feel like they are coming together. We've had a couple of rough patches over the last couple of the seasons, and we've managed to get through them. But things do feel like they're getting sort of coming together. So hopefully when we eventually get back to the Premier League and get in all of those games in hand we've got, then we can get back at the table and firing on all cylinders in all competitions. But yeah, half time, we are winning 1-0. And it's more of a 50-50 game. However, we are 2-0 up on aggregate, so Milan do need to chase it. So the hope would be the more they chase, the more we'll be able to hit them on the counter-attack. Things never work out as you plan, though. Of course they don't in Football Manager. But for now, let's just sit here and enjoy the fact that we are winning. Gravenberch there, getting the ball back. Kumas getting two-footed there by the looks of it. I think it was. And yeah, there we go. Milan have now got a man sent off as well. So surely there's no coming back from this. They're not going to get 2 goals against us and take it to extra time, are they? Of course they're not. I'm just thinking maybe we'll look at making a couple of subs in a minute. But for now, I don't think we need to change anything like that, really. I don't think they've really tested us at all, actually. But we'll have a quick look. I'm thinking possibly bringing on Owen back there for Robertson. I'm also thinking Bajcetic playing at right back. I might move him. But so far, we'll just put Parsley there for Elliott. And yeah, Parsley's had a little bit more game time recently, which is nice. I've tried to include him a lot more in the squad. It's sometimes quite hard to fit them all in, but we're doing our best. But we've got quite a lot of games, especially if we get through this. We've got another 2 games to play Champions League-wise. We've got the FA Cup to come. So games will be coming thick and fast. And, of course, those games we keep talking about in hand in the Premier League. So, yeah, we're going to need fully fit players. So the more players we can use and kind of keep fresh legs, the better, which is probably what we're going to probably have to focus on more in the next couple of weeks. I mean, Beck there just missing the target. I thought, no, keeper saved, sorry, it goes out for a corner. Do we need another goal just to seal it? Probably not, but it would be nice to see one. Into Gomez. Oh, Gomez failing to score. Only ever scored the 1 goal for me. And I don't think he's ever scored for England in this save either. But hopefully we'll get one more chance. Gravenberch plays it back to Trent. Can we get ourselves that second goal? Tornjanen to Trent, and we lose it somehow. And it goes back to Beck. Beck into Tornjanen. Can we get that second goal? Would be nice. Gravenberch there. Of course we can. Gravenberch rounds his player, hits it into that far corner. We've sealed it. 2-0. We are through to the last 16. There's no doubt about that now. It's just who we get in the last 16, of course. It's probably the furthest, I think I said at the beginning of this match, the furthest we've been in 2, potentially 3 years. So I think anything less than, let's set our targets quite high, our ambition quite high. Anything less than a semi-final would probably feel like a failure. We've not been to the final in this save so far. We got as far as a semi-final once, I think. And I think that was really early doors. Since then, I think we made 1 appearance in the quarterfinals and quite a lot in the playoff / last 16, but never got further. So that'll be the biggie. The big test is the last 16 game to try and break that jinx of not getting through to the quarters. But we're 1 step closer. It is full time. We are the winners. Of course, you will see next episode who we get in the last 16. We've got a couple of games to play as well before the next episode. But we will show you one of the 2 legs. More likely the second leg. It's always better to show you the second leg because you know if we get eliminated or not. But there we go. So, of course, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.